What's going on, guys? So in this video, I'll be going over how I manage multiple YouTube channels. So I manage currently 15 on my own. I don't actually manage them myself, but I kind of oversee the operations of the 15 channels that I do own. Yeah, I'll just kind of break it down. So I do use Google Sheets, and I don't know if you guys saw the previous video where I explained how I break down my content team or how I organize my content team. This is just the most simplest and easiest way for me personally. So I just like to keep it simple and easy for me to manage, as well as my channel managers. So this is really all I do. So I just organize it by first name, last name, the contacts. So if it's via Upwork, if you take them off Upwork, via email or via WhatsApp, then you can just put that. And then there are roles, so scripts, voiceover, edits, thumbnail. If you have, like, let's just say another script writer, you can simply just do this, insert it in a row below, and then just add the other script writer right there. So I like to kind of keep it organized into different roles. So if I add another role, then I kind of know like that this first these like it's separated by spaces based on the role. So it's just really easy for me to look at, as well as just organize and manage. So that's really all I do, and I kind of organize this. It's kind of my OCD, but I just organize it via pay number two. So let's just say this is $8, and I would put it right after the seven. If it was like $10, then I would put it right there. If it was $6, I would just flip the spots. So let's put this person um, as number two, and then just flip them, just so it's easily like more organized. You don't have to do that. It's just my personal preference on how I like to kind of structure things. So that's really all I do right there, and then grade if they're really good or not. Usually, if they're like a C, I don't even have them on that team. Usually only B plus or A, or anything better. So if they're not good, you find out that they're actually not that good. You can just click here and then delete row three, and that'll just completely get rid of them. So that's what I do right there. And then work status. So if they're actually working on a job, this is what I do. I put pending, and then I put whatever project they're working on. So usually I do batches of now I do batches of 10. So I would just do 10 scripts. So if the scriptwriter is going to do 10 scripts, then I just put pending 10 scripts, and then I just know that they're working on that. So like I don't accidentally assign something else. I already know that this person is working on this, and it's just really easy for me to track. And then when they're done, let's just say they give me the 10 scripts, then I would press done, and then I would send it to the voiceover, and then I would put 10 voiceovers. So it's pretty much just a simple, very easy process. At the moment, and also you can have like a channel manager just do this as well. So the scriptwriter can send it to the channel manager. The manager would send it to the voiceover. So, and also, yeah, you could have them in all one big group chat if they're on like the same platform, maybe like WhatsApp or just an Outlook group chat, and then have them send it to each other. But you just have to make sure that you're like paying each person out. So that's why I don't really do that. I just since I have to pay each person out anyways, I just have a channel manager do that. So they will. So I have channel manager from my Upwork account, and then they can send out payments via my PayPal to the freelancers that are outside of Upwork. So that's really all I do right there, and that's why I really don't put them in one big group chat, because you have to pay them out individually anyways. Um, so yeah, but if you think about it, the having a group chat could actually make it a bit faster, just because they can send it to each other, and they can get it started right away. So I really have to see like the pros and cons on that, but yeah, so far for me, this has been working really really fine. Still very automated for me, just because I have somebody actually doing it for me, and it doesn't really take too much work after like getting receiving it, then sending it to somebody, and then paying them out. So after the voiceover is done, then I would do that. So I would just do pending, and then 10 videos. So if they can't do 10 videos, or usually I will have different editors, because 10 videos is a lot. So maybe like 5 videos, and then I would have another editor right here doing another 5 videos. So just make that 12. Or like one person doing one video, another person doing 2 videos. So this is why like I have a pretty big team, just because I have multiple people in different roles. So I have different script writers, different voiceover actors, different editors. So yeah, and then I just have the thumbnails right there. So it just shows if they're doing the thumbnails or not. But usually I don't really put pending or not. I just give it to the thumbnail, and usually they'll give it back very soon. So I just put it here just so I know like which thumbnail artist is doing which channel. So yeah, same thing for, and then on the bottom you can actually add more. So you can add another one for like a different channel and then just separate the channels that way. So that's what I do. And yeah, for channel two, exact same thing. So it doesn't have to be the same people. I personally have a few people that work across many different channels, including client channels. But yeah, you could always like I still have different new editors for certain channels because some editors are better at like animation, some editors are can only do animation, some editors are better at like the stock footage, stock clips. So I just split them up to whichever channel they at best perform in. So that's what I do right there. And then usually the voiceover actors and script writers are the same, but I do need to have multiple to run a lot of different channels. So I just have a lot working across my channels. Same with voiceover. So yeah, it's essentially just the same thing, and then I just manage them right here. So every day I would just see what they're doing, and then yeah. So if somebody still needs to do some work, or if like the script editor's done, then maybe I can send them in the next batch. So I can tell if they're done right away if it says done right there. So that's um that's what I do right there. So let's see here. Yeah, so that's pretty much all it is. So yeah, split up the channels down there, and then first name, last name, contact, role, pay, grade, work status, project, and notes. So for notes, I just put if it's like if they have an accident or anything. If the accident honestly just affects the voiceover too much, where it's not as like not as enjoyable, I guess, or not as clear, then I would probably just I wouldn't even use that person. But if it's like a British accent, I would just maybe put as long as everything's clear and then the viewer can still like understand everything okay, and it's the narration sounds good. That's the main part. So maybe I would put it like a British accent, or sometimes I would put like how many they can do a week. So I would just ask them how many voiceovers can you do a week, and if they say like 10, then I'll put like 10 a week in the notes just so I know ahead of time. So that's another thing that you can do. And yeah, so I'll let's to recap. I just keep it very simple. Just use Google Sheets to manage all my channels, and then it's oh yeah, for the channel manager, it's essentially like what I would recommend in the beginning. Just be the manager yourself, so do it yourself. Get used to the process. If you want to use Google Sheets, if you want to use Trello or something else, then just see what works best for you, and then once you kind of get the hang of the system, then you can just hire somebody and teach them exactly what you know and what to do. So yeah, but I definitely recommend just doing it yourself first, so that way you know what to teach them and you kind of know the process and what to oversee. So that's really all it is, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.